Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Zwift Community Live broadcast of the SZR Racing Series today. We are out on Watopia Figure 8 for a super fast lap out here today, and the riders have gotten out on course. Let's go ahead and see if we can jump in with the A category race. We're trying to bring in Mr. Rassam Bahadi as well. He looks to have gone into SZR type mode with the lighting on his camera. So I have no idea. We could bring in Rassam, but we can give you guys a quick look if you want. it'll be, I think it'll be fun. Rassam shaking his head. Nope, we are not going to take a look at that. So we'll see if we can get Rassan's camera out of the black and white mode, but something's going on over in LA or in Long Beach with that. So Roswell though on the front here, we've got Debsky, we've got McDonald, we've got Vang, it looks like, on the front end of this race here. Team Poland is here as well though with Debsky, and let's take a quick look at the series overall at this point and where things are at for the SZR series. SZR series is a series of 12 races, best out of 10. Carl Teselius on this racing series, 5 races, 89 points overall. Mike Davis, though, last week, I believe, took the win, was able to walk away with it, and with 4 races in, 70 points, hunting down Carl. But Carl, with that break last week, did get caught a little bit. I'm not sure that's going to affect things too much for him on the day, overall just yet. We're gonna have to see some head-to-head racing to really get an idea of whether or not we'll have an impact on the overalls. Pierre Villar Elversberg then in 3rd place, Benoit Rakadat, and then Tom Grimshaw. Looks like 40 there with 2 races, sitting in 6th place with 35 points. Not sure he's gonna be much of a threat though for the podium, as those who are really committed, 5 races, 4 races, and 6, as you can see over at zwiftpower.com for all of the ranking information. Looking through here for the B category then as well, we want to make sure to chat about all the categories as we jump into the racing here. P.A. Pearson, Niklas Legerstrand, and Ricard Sorman there for the top 3 in the B category. I'm gonna make sure to see if Sorman though is racing in the B category, because I believe he was marked as an A, and I am seeing A for last week's race, actually 2:14:18 from what I can see here. So I believe he has gone into an upgrade to an A category here. Debsky here off the back a little bit from Team Poland. Interesting to see here. Usually a rider who is looking for the W. Now this is going to be a short, very fast, very intense race here today. And I am not sure if anybody who does jump off the back will be able to hang on. Now I'm seeing Mr. Quentin LeFay here as well, actually. I didn't know that he was going to be racing out there today. I was chatting with him just a moment ago, and it looks like he is set up and ready to go for the race. We'll see if Quentin can throw down. Instead of commentating today, it looks like Quentin is out there suffering on the bike. We'll see if he can represent for Vision today and throw down W. It's a very, very punchy course, as they're going to take a right-hand turn up the Watopia reverse, about a 4-minute everything you've got climb to the top. We're going to do a little bit background work here on the color for Mr. Rasan here. Now I'm messing with the saturation and stuff there over Rasan. Nothing changing, just so you know. There's some sort of setting on the webcam there that's got you in CPI for some reason, changing out your blacks and your whites there. So Kayland here now, 4.6 watts per kilogram. Pinto looks like Ericsson, Wallstrom, and LeFay. Now the cream is rising to the top here as the riders have climbed up and out of the underground Ocean Boulevard. They're going to go past the mural. He'll take a right-hand turn past the windmills, as you can see here. And I have a feeling we're going to see have a few falling off the back here. Has Debsky grab back on just barely, perhaps? No, might not be happening. He's going to have to grab the wheel immediately in front of him, grab that wheel, draft for a moment, and try and give a kick here to the front end of this race, because if he does not, he's going to be absolutely gone from this front pack here pretty quickly. We are seeing Carl Estam there as well there, Legistron, Ricky Armani, and then Franson here on the front. So real quickly here, let's go ahead and chat a little bit about the C category as well, as we do have them just climbing up and out of the Ocean Boulevard here. Now, this is a mass start race. We say this almost every single week on the SZR. Just to give you guys an idea, it is a very different type of race for the way that the racers need to race it, because each category usually in most races starts separately. But in a mass start race, you have a situation where you have all the racers looking to race against each one of the categories. And so if you are strong enough to go with the B or the A category racers as a C category racer, you can do so. But then a lot of times that will cause you to need to upgrade if you do go with them, because it will cause you to put out the kind of numbers that a B or an A category rider would. So looking through here in the C category, up toward the front, Hamre is here as well, about 27 seconds up. I did see, it looks like De Vrij here out of the Netherlands. Then we do have, it looks like Cruikshank here, as well as Westman. And I believe Westman most likely one of the leaders here in this C category. Let's take a quick look over at zwiftpower.com. Yep, Dennis Westman here with 6 races in, riding for SZ. I do believe this is D. Westman, same person in the game here. Let's just go ahead and double check and make sure I don't get that wrong. Yep, and Dennis Westman here looks like doing the SZR Evening Joyride 219 a couple nights ago. Looking forward, I'm not seeing anybody ahead of this rider. Let's go to the live results real quick and see if he's amongst the same group. Now, if you haven't checked out zwiftpower.com yet for all things racing, definitely the place to go for that, as it has live results, league results, all the results you could possibly need about all things racing, riding, group riding out on Zwift. So looks like according to the live results, excuse me, the C category leader currently will be, I'm looking for a investment in game here just to make sure that we're not calling the wrong individuals, but it looks like we're not getting any updates from the game just as of yet. So some sort of perhaps tracking not going down the way that we would want it to on the day here. So we're gonna have to wait for that to update for sure. So looking through here, I'm going to send a couple messages around, but the we are getting jumped around a little bit again with our A category coverage right now. But looking through here for the front end of the C and B category, let's go ahead and see how things are going down here. Teeth Thorn, Denny is here as well, Carlson, and looks like that is the front end of the C's for sure. And we said this a couple weeks ago. The in-game names always very helpful for knowing who we are talking about. Somebody was pushing back on me the other day, though, like, come on, that's no fun, Nathan. Well, I mean, if you're uninterested in being tracked for the race, maybe those who are tracking the races could be like, well, It's cool. You can enter whoever you want. Walrus sounds good. Walrus. We'll just mark you down as Walrus rather than the other names that you were using in game before. S-Bay here though. Jired's there. Quentin there. All able to go with it. But it looks like we are jumping around on course again. Bingadal is here again. It looks like Carlson, Pinto, Person. And then Bay here, 8 watts per kilogram. Hopefully we can stay with Bay here. Watch this attack here up and over the top of the climb. Burkholt here now, it looks like, as well as Austenfeld. McDonald, Jay Hansen, and Axelston. Pinto is trying to go right along with it. 178 beats per minute now. McDonald is there as well, appearing out on course there. So we may be able to see who is with this lead group. Looks like ZwiftPower.com maybe it's having trouble tracking, as well as we're not getting any updates on the live tab. So we'll have to wait and see if we will get those so we can get exactly an idea of who is with the leaders right now. So up toward the front though, Bay here with about 3 seconds. This may be a dangerous attack. I think things have calmed down on course as far as being able to hold on to the racers. And 5.4 watts per kilogram with Soren Bay off the front here out of Denmark. Burkholt trying to chase that down, 5.3 as you can see, and with a large pack chasing him, may be able to pull this back in. A lot of times the blob always stronger than a solo rider, and on this climb, very much a slow climb that is able to really use the tactics out on course of drafting, etc., as they are definitely climb. You know, it's a climb, but it's got a 2-tier to it, and it's kind of this like, not like a 2-tier on the volcano course, not like a 2-tier on the forward Watopia. It's a little bit more of a punch and then a long drawn out false flat, and then one last punch to the top of the climb there. But 4 minutes, just about everything you got. Usually, actually, if you're solo, it's around 4 minutes. With a group like this, they do push each other. And we are seeing as low as 3:30, sometimes 3:23, I think, was one of the fastest times we've seen up and over the top. I believe that was Ian Bibby. Part of, I believe, one of these races at one time on that reverse Watopia. I believe we can bring in audio from Rasan at least. And Rasan, Mr. Bahati, are we there? Are we still in another dimension? I'm going to see if we can grab Rasan here real quick. I did turn on the audio there too, and for some reason all of the things are not coming through. So you have to reconnect the audio there as well. It looks like Rasan for some reason. So it looks like all the things not working over at Zwift Long Beach right now. No audio, Rasan, no Rasan. You can probably hear me, it looks like, but apologies, Rasan. Maybe we'll try again tomorrow night and try and figure out what's happening there with the setup, but apologies there, and we'll try again tomorrow with the Kiss Crit series. So looking through here, Person now, Carlson and Austenfeld. Now I'm not seeing, where is Tiselius? That's the question here today. Series leader, still not hooked in today, it looks like, from what I can see. We'll see if we can find the rider, Mr. Carl Tiselius, out on course, but it looks like he might be out cross-country skiing again, as we're not seeing him anywhere out on course today, and that may be a couple extra points that he may be losing. Now, I may be right or wrong about that. Wish I was there on Watopia right now. There it is. I'm seeing it come on in through the Facebook. No race for me today. Unfortunately, sick. Enjoy the race and take the opportunity. I am so sorry to hear that you got sick, Carl. No, I wish you were out cross-country skiing rather than being sick, but really appreciate you tuning into the broadcast, and we hope to see you out there next week. Enjoy the race. Take the opportunity to grab some extra points. Go Team SZ. Just seeing the comment there, Carl, and good to see you here. So, and Nathan, any news on when more levels will be added to Zwift? Coming from Lee Gosden. And Lee, what I can tell you is they will be. That's all I got for you. I don't have a time or date or anything like that, but I can tell you that They will be coming. Rasan's tuning in as well. He says, I think Mike Davis hacked my computer, so I can't heckle him. Did Davis send the dog over to your house for babysitting? Is that what happened here? The dog ate Rasan's computer, it looks like, today. So we'll see if we can get the dog to repair the computer anytime soon. So good to see Rasan tuning in, though, on the day. Good to see Andrew there as well. Lee asking questions there about the level changes as well. As soon as they do change, you know, we'll be chatting about it plenty over here. I'm pretty sure the dog was here, and I think I got you, Rasan. Appreciate the comments there. McDonald's here now attacking. The dog is eating the course, it looks like, as well, as we jump back from the A category riders. It looks like Jensen, looks like Bystrom, Ackford, and Wickstrom here. Andrew, let's see if we can get back up to the front and not have our homework eaten out here today. Maybe somebody's need to do some homework about how to not be jumping around out on course here. So Amundsen here, as well as Baker, Clements, and then Lozano up toward the front of the C and B category race. Let's go ahead and jump in with our other source, perhaps a little bit better with this sourcing over here for our other feed here. We might be able to have a better feed here from our other computer. We'll see if we can jump forward here with that. So we'll keep on jumping forward, and I believe this one may be a little bit steadier as they do head into the Essies here. They're going to take a right-hand turn after the Essies onto Ocean Boulevard, and then it's going to be everything they've got for the attacks up and over the top of the Forward Watopia climb. Now, nothing's really happened so far. Pretty Grupo Compacto. There were some attacks over the top from Sorn Bay, over the top of Watopia Reverse. They were able to throw down some killer times, but it looks like everything's Grupo Compacto at this point. It isn't quite long enough climb to really break apart a group like this, and we're looking at about, I believe, 20 riders or so up toward the front of this A category race. So my question is Mike Davis in the house today? Because he is going to be looking for some points, I believe, to try and take down the top dog at the top of this racing series, which is Carl Teselius, who hasn't shown up today. Looking at the overalls right now in the A category, Carl there, 89 points, 25 points to the winner. That would give Mike Davis 95 in 5 races, matching Carl's 5 races. But where is Davis? Did he not show up on the day? Perhaps not able to be here unless he is in another dimension out on Zwift, and we're just missing him here. But I am not seeing the USA flag actually on the right-hand side of the course here. Has it been dropped or just a no-show? No-show, leaving, I believe, a little bit of room for Pierre Vidar. Avelsberg out there today. Has the Vikings shown up, though? But no, Rockadot is out here. 3 races, a second and a first. Maybe taking an opportunity here on the day with that 4th race going into the series. It looked like with a second and a first, gonna be jumping on with 25 points. Maybe we'll have to see if he can take advantage of this absence of a lot of his competition. I did see Beno out there, but where is the French flag? Quentin Lefay is out there. I am seeing. Where is Rockadot? I did see him, I believe, in the seat. Now, nobody's showing up today. It looks like today's just that day that we just allow everybody else to get the points. Now, I have a feeling that a few of these riders are going to be kicking themselves, saying, what am I doing? Not showing up on the day that everybody else didn't show up that's in the top 5. There's a ton of points available at the front end of this race today. Now, it is a best 10 out of 12 races, and so these riders are taking the weeks off here, it looks like, in lieu of the reality of it being the best 10 out of 12 here. But look at this here. Lots of points available here. Tom Grimshaw, 40. Matt Johnson. Soren Bay, I think the only one who is in the top 10 at this point. who has shown up for the race. So Soren Bay, maybe he'll take an opportunity, 2 races in, be able to grab 25 points on the day. We'll see if he can do so. We're seeing 1, 2, probably jump up into the top 5 overall if he does make his way to the front end of this race by the end. So they're heading on to Ocean Boulevard for the right-hand turn. It's going to be on the flat, the tactical section. Definitely everyone's going to be looking toward the forward climb at this point. That's always the point out on course where the riders can try and get away. It's almost less difficult actually on that climb to try and get away from the pack because it's so incredibly sharp. It's such an incredibly sharp climb that the riders can kick hard enough to try and cause a gap. The climb on the opposite side, because of the drafting, you know, you have that first little kick on the reverse Watopia climb that's about 30 seconds or so. And then it kind of levels off for a while. And you can grab a wheel pretty quickly, pretty easily. If you can hold 3.5, 4 or 5 watts per kilogram, after grabbing that wheel, can usually hang on up and over the top. On the forward Watopia climb with the 2 tiers, it doesn't drop below about 5%, except for just once, just very quickly. And then it's all the way up into 7 most of the time. It's a very difficult climb, and you can essentially just punch it with an extreme uphill all the way to the finish of the KOM. So the riders are definitely be looking forward to that, looking to make a break. I have a feeling we're going to see 3 or 4 go off the front. The question is, can they be able to hold it? I'm predicting a Soren Bay, Quentin LeFay, maybe McDonald going along with that. Where is Avelsberg? Vang for sure going to be able to take the opportunity today, I think, for the KRT team out of Norway here. Now looking through here, Wallstrom is out there. I think he's going to be looking for some points for SZ, as well as Pearson. Looking through for some of the others here. Larson from GTD, I would never count him out, but the Vikings are out there in force. I'd be watching out for them for sure. The KRT team, though, with Vang, he's going to be one to watch out for the finish, I believe, here. 161 beats per minute currently. Looking pretty calm at this point. Hanging on through the flat section out on course. So looking through the chat over here. Good to have everybody out on Facebook chilling, as well as over at Twitch. And we are seeing Lee Prouty say, I've been at level 25 and have had all bike challenges done for over a year. Lee Prouty is saying. And so that means, Lee, you have a massive amount of experience gained, and it is definitely not going to go to waste. I'll say it's most likely going to be used for something. So keep on getting that experience. I wouldn't slow down Lee Prouty on that at all. So, and I don't think he's got all the socks. So Lee, got to start running. As Lee Gosden is saying, do you have all the socks? Nope, not a runner. Well, time to get on the treadmill, it looks like. That's the only reason that I've been thinking about getting out on the running, actually. For those of you who are unaware, running has been launched out on Zwift, and you can jump on with a foot pod. And there's a couple other ways as well. We actually did a Zwift community live chat last week with Stephen Cousins. You can check out that VOD over on our YouTube or on Twitch. It should be stored for another week or so. But we chatted all things running, how to get set up with running, what the kind of group runs and the community is like out on Zwift with running. Pretty cool, actually, how passionate the community is around running already. And looks like there's a lot of group runs, group workouts, and organization around developing that community. So pretty cool to see that. Check out that VOD with Steven. It was pretty entertaining, actually. We made fun of myself a lot for being such a noob out on Zwift as we logged in and showed everybody all of my non-achievements from not running so far, and how I need to get a treadmill. I actually am thinking about going outside and running out on Zwift just to unlock the levels. and grab the iPhone and download the app on there and start running outside a little bit with a foot pod on. We'll see if we can make that happen. So McDonald here now, 4.3 watts per kilogram, as you can see, still all Grupo Compacto in the front end of this race for the A's. The battle here is most likely going to be Soren Bay watching the rest of those Vikings team members. Looking through, Burkholt is here, it looks like, is Norden and then D Pinto. And I'm trying to find out if there's anybody else that's going to be in these top spots battling it out for some points here today, as a lot of the top dogs have not shown up today for the races, actually. Looking through, there's a whole lot of chat actually coming through over at Twitch, as I do see G. Leo hanging out. Kim Little's here as well. Good to see Adam Zim is here. All the top dogs, it looks like, from the KISS Racing series, as well as some of the CVR races have shown up on the day, actually. Kim Little, winner of the fall series, is in the house. Current series leader Adam Zimmerman in the KISS Crit series is out there as well. Good to see everybody chilling. Team Draft out there in force, it looks like, in the Twitch channel. If you haven't done so already, head on over to twitch.tv/Zwift Community Live, and you can go hang out with them in chat as well. Good to see them all. See everybody with a little bit of banter. You know, it's kind of fun over at Twitch chat. It gets a little bit more rambunctious, that's for sure, when it comes to the chat. So always some shots fired, little bit of ribbon between the competitors a lot of times to egg each other on. So looking through here now, the attacks are going to start up. This is going to be where the riders, the strongest riders in the race today, will start to make their way to the front, as the first kick before the climb starts out of the Ocean Boulevard underground here. Erickson here, 1 second up, 163 beats per minute. Laws is there as well. Vang now it looks like Wallstrom here trying to follow it up. Nobody going anywhere just yet, but that was just to get the heart rates up. And if they keep the pace high, anybody who's already suffering is going to be going off the back here. Vang here, 4.6, 175 beats per minute. Maybe just trying to slow climb, the fade climb his way backwards, actually, through the pack, reserve a little bit of energy, and try not to get dropped off up and over the top. This might be a opportunity here, though, for McDonald. Usually unable to take the win on the day. 4.2 watts per kilogram, 156 beats per minute. There might be an opening here for McDonald, though, to take down a W, or at least a podium spot, as he has been given an opportunity here, I think, without a couple of the big hitters showing up. Soren Bay, Jay Hansen, those two out of Denmark would be the ones they'll be watching out for. Burkholt there as well from the Vikings team. Kalen, though, is out there. Never count out Tom Ove Kalen in a race. I've seen him win a few sprints, that's for sure. Also, huge engine for walking away from a pack, and he can climb, that's for sure, being a mountain biker in real life. Let's see if the little bit of extra force that comes against him in this climb will bring out any of that power to try and get away from the pack. Now the orange numbers are starting to fly, as we are seeing Vang here, Thrun, then it's going to be Soren. The drafting Walrus is in the house trying to get away, and then it is going to be Bay, Cannon, and Wallstrom, and then Austenfeld going as well. But at the front, it is Vang. KRT, it was not a fake climb, it was faking it at the front, because now we see 10 watts per kilogram, and the Walrus following it right on up, 7.4. Bay trying to follow it up, 9.2 watts per kilogram. This is one of the best climbs for the action out on Zwift here, because of the intensity, the kick to the top, this halfway point. If you're not with it at this point and they kick again, usually they're absolutely gone. But here goes Soren Bay flying right on by, 6.2 watts per kilogram. Has to fade, though, with that kick, maybe a little bit too much too early here. 4 off the front. Now we got Austenfeld here trying to close it right down. Team Type 1 in the house. Haven't seen them out in the races in a little while. Good to see them representing the awesome charity efforts of that team at the front end of the SZR race here. Jansen now trying to go as well out of Denmark here in that Quebec kick. Then we got Garrett's here out of Belgium, Bergholt. Then it will be Carlson, Pinto as well from PTZ going. Will they all go with it though? That's the question. Is the gap enough? I think the pack may be bringing this one right back in. Soren Bay though still kicking 173 beats per minute. Vang right on that wheel. 1 second difference. This is where the difference will be made though. Will there be continuance over the top? They need 5 watts per kilogram continually at this point though to keep that speed, because those riders behind are definitely going to be doing much more than that to close this right on down. 180 beats per minute. Hansen there also up into 195. Berkholt 176. Hanlon 178. All of these boys are suffering on the front end of this race now, trying to hold on to that gap. It's about 10 or so, and because of that, we may see some of the motivation go out from these riders. Carlson trying to close it down with Pinto, and it looks like McDonald in there as well, trying to get in for the sprint. 166 beats per minute. Looks like he's playing it smart, hanging on to Carlson's wheel there. Person 5 seconds back, no man's land. Not sure he's going to see the front of this race again. Tron Bike trying to go, but 3.6 might not be happening. 17 seconds back. Hopstadius, Kalen is there, unable to make the break. Perhaps, maybe too much threshold training out there. It's Kalen off the back. That's not something you usually see in a race like this, although he is more of a specialist when it comes to the endurance. So Kalen not going to be in the sprint today. Pearson has his work cut out from a no man's land here. 5 seconds back on the downhill. Such a difficult time to try and close things down. I don't think it's going to happen. Berkholt, Wallstrom's there, Bay's there, 2.1 on the front. I'm predicting a Soren Bay W here for Team Experimental. But should I be calling that out as no favorites? Quentin LaFay, what are you doing off the back? Everybody, no. Quentin LaFay, our co-commentator, one of our co-commentators, has fallen himself off the back. We'll give him a ride on here. Quentin, jump in with those riders there. 167 beats per minute. Too much sitting in the caster's chair. Get on that wheel. Close it down, Quentin here. But now here we go. There we go. Close it down, Quentin. That's what we're going to call him from now on, because always off the back. What's going on here? Close it down, Quentin. Hanlon here, 5.2 watts per kilogram. Garrett's here, Carlson, Bay, and it looks like Cannon able to make it as well at the front end of this group. These are the leaders currently in your SZR Racing Series today. Solo attack off the back. And Trix, what are you talking about there? I'm all self-conscious now and not exactly sure. Oh, gotcha. I thought you were saying I was swearing at Bay in chat here. CS Trix is chatting away, and I think he's saying I'm swearing at Soren Bay. I'm not swearing at Soren Bear, but that I called out Soren as the winner, and he thinks I just cursed him. Supposedly there's a caster's curse. Okay, guys? No. Soren Bay is going to win. That's what's going to happen. Okay, I've called it right here, and we'll have to see if that actually happens, though. And if I'm wrong, we'll do a giveaway. If I'm wrong, if Soren Bay, now Soren's going to be like, whoa, there's a giveaway? I'm off the back? No, we're going to give away some stickers. We've got some Zwift stickers here. If I'm wrong, Zwift stickers out to one individual in the broadcast over at Twitch. Okay, you got to be in the Twitch channel in order to make it happen. And we'll do a giveaway to we'll give a giveaway to one person in the Twitch channel selected at random for some Zwift stickers, because Soren Bay is going to take the W. There it is. No caster's curse. Fraffle. Love it, Kim. Good to see you there. So looking through here, Shane Hermes says, what is this? This is Zwift. Oh, awesome. We've got somebody here who's wondering what is Zwift. Zwift is a massive multiplayer online game in which people are actually pedaling with real life efforts in order to power these avatars forward. So in the upper left-hand corner, you're seeing 439 watts there from Garrett's there for just a moment. Now 168 beats per minute, 96 RPMs. This is a real effort from Jay Garrett's, from wherever he is in the world, on a trainer, on a bike, producing the power that you are seeing in the game. And they're all real people all around him that are also powering those avatars that are around him, drafting off each other, real world dynamics when it comes to draft, drag on their avatars, the weights of their avatars to power those forward chains. So Shane Hermes, thanks a lot for the question there. We're about to see a crazy sprint as well from some crazy real life effort. Looking through here, Stefan Maid saying, are those guys kicking in the Climb Light riders? Yeah, I would think so. Most likely. Most of them are going to be somewhere between, I would say, 60 and 75 kg on the front end. And looking through here, flat tire 2 minutes before the start. Pierre Vidar, no! Sorry to hear that, Pierre. Looks like one of our top 5. The reason he was unable to make it today is that he literally had a flat tire right before the race. Hanlon, now here we are seeing, as well as Garrett's here, Walbers, Bay, all making their way to the front of this sprint effort now. No, they're not actually going for the sprint, actually, but they are going through the sprint banner. We'll see if they are able to get away through the uphill. This next uphill is the last one where you can actually try and get away, actually. And we are seeing an attack here from Vang, not wanting to be a sprint, wants to break away. Now, this is a very risky move coming from Vang here, because there is only about 2K to go, maybe not even that. And Vang is trying to attack a group that most likely will be able to close it down. But what he was up to there is he was trying to be on the front end of that group early enough to get away. Now, we saw him suddenly transport to the back of the group there. That was interesting. I've never seen that one before. Now, that was super crazy, actually. Might have some sort of a dropout on his end from his internet there, so we'll have to see if he's able to find his way back to the front there. But sudden relegation to Vang there, to the back end of the group now. Now we got McDonald. Now we got Walrus. Now we got Garrett's. Continually to see these three toward the front, always playing it fairly smart. McDonald's there as well, 3.9 watts per kilogram though. PTZ's in there. They're going to try and prove me wrong today. We'll see if they can do so. Looking through here now, let's make sure that we've got our instant replay set up so we can catch all of the riders as they cross the line on the day-to-day. And if we are able to here, we'll bring that right on in. And it's not giving us, let's see if we can go ahead and grab this here. Not giving us an instant replay. I absolutely loving this today. We're going to go and see if we can grab it from our other feed, as we definitely want to make sure to have that as we come to the line here. So looking through though, we do have McDonald, Pinto, and Wallstrom. Looks like it's going to be Pinto, 7 watts per kilogram. They're starting to ramp it up here, everybody, to the line. We're seeing Vang now, 8 watts per kilogram. Nobody wants to get dropped off just yet. Looks like it's going to be Vang going to be leading things out. Is he going to be able to hang on to this effort, though? That's going to be the question. Or is it going to be too much too early from these riders now? Now we are seeing, it looks like Wallstrom leading things out for SZ. Is it going to be Wallstrom that's going to lead it out? It may be too much, though, too early, though, from the likes of Wallstrom. Not sure that's the best move up front here on the day. We'll have to see if he can hold on to this kind of a pace now at the front end of this race. But here goes Carlson. Carlson from way out, 7.9 watts per kilogram come from Carlson. But Hanlon was the early jump, actually. Will Hanlon be able to hang on to this effort here? No, it's not going to happen. But the Walrus is going. Here comes Hansen. Where's Bay for the stickers? No, it's going to be Hansen. And I should have called it the other Dane to the line. And Soren Bay caught completely out No stickers on the day, everybody. Walrus here, 12 watts per kilogram. As you can see, though, the draft man is going to be the one across the line. Bay takes third as he was caught out by the other riders, though, today. So in the B category, though, where are the leaders? We've got Rigdeval. We've got Bernardo actually coming across the line from PTZ just now. We'll see if we can keep moving our way back for the rest of the sprints. Lots of riders, though, in this section of the course, so it's going to make it a little bit difficult on the day to. This is one of those sections out on Zwift where everybody is logging in, so it can be a little bit difficult to catch these sprints as they come to the line here. But as you can see, it will be Westberg, Pearson now to the line, Legestrand's there as well, Rigdevold there from Innovation across the line right behind Pearson, actually. But what an effort there coming from the other Danish rider who, Hansen, always a super strong rider. I was actually going to call for Hansen, but it was Walrus from Draft who came over the line first, it looks like. Now, who is Walt Ulrich, though? Coming from Team Draft, as we can see here. I'm not seeing any past results, though, from this rider. This is a new rider out on course here. Is this troll account? Is what's going on? Isn't registered on ZP though, so Hansen gets the win. Thank you, Hodges. I was looking at that, and it looks like it's going to be Jacob Hansen for the W, just ahead of Soren Bay, also out of Denmark. Kimo Cannon coming out of Finland there, solid result there. Then it will be Frederick Pearson, Yukio Burkholt, then Neil Ostenfeld for 6th place. Johan Wallstrom, solid result there for him for SZ. Callum McDonald there in 9th place. Then it will be Daniel Pinto coming through. Excuse me, Callum in 8th. Daniel for 9th. Top 10, Joni Garrett across the line. Jan Thrun, solid result. Right on the edge there. B category upgrade maybe coming in pretty soon here for Jan, as he pushed it up right up against 3.9 watts per kilogram, almost 4.0 plus. For those of you unfamiliar with the categorization, if you want to race out on Zwift, you can do so pretty easily. If you are on Zwift, you just join the category that you are in for your watts per kilogram for your FTP. So the assumption is in the A categories, you can hold 4.0 watts per kilogram or more. And the reason that they do this is so that everybody has somebody to race against around their ability. So 4.0 watts per kilogram or higher, it's going to be A category rider. If you can hold 3.2 to 4.0, B category rider. In the C category, it's going to be 2.5 to 3.2 watts per kilogram for your functional threshold power, what you can hold for 1 hour straight. The amount of watts, as you can see on the upper left-hand corner, above me, the amount of watts that you can hold for 1 hour straight, you divide that by your weights in kilogram, and you get a ratio. And that is going to be that 4.0 or that 3.2 to 4.0, etc. All the way to the D category, which is 2.5 or below for a D category rider. So there has been discussion about maybe at the top end, things are getting so fast that 4.0 or higher is not going to work out too well. But we do see somebody who put out 5 watts per kilogram today who got 15th place. So it's not always the watts per kilogram. If you can put in a solid 4.0 or higher and go with the kicks, a lot of times A category is where it's going to be. Now, again, because it is all about that dynamic efforts, there is some new rankings that are being put out there, it looks like, both by CVR as well as SwiftPower.com. It looks like some things are in the works, which is really cool to see. And we'll be watching how that ends up playing out for categorization as well in Zwift. Perhaps if tools ever come down the line to organize events or races in some sort of a way around those rankings, you could see something different happening in the racing scene. We've been talking about this for quite a while, though, year and a half, I think, or so, ever since we started casting these races, maybe even more than that. So lots of discussions, and it looks like things are changing little by little, but still working pretty awesome the way they are right now. So I can't get back. It's going to be too insane to try and get back to the rest of the racers. So we're just going to call what we see on the C category now. It doesn't look like it's going to be an upgrade there for Stelio Dini. Then it will be Thomas Thorne as well with an upgrade out of Norway. Not only dominating the Olympics, but also dominating the SZR race with a 3.4. No relegations in the Olympics, but just upgrades for Thomas Thorne here out of Norway. Solid effort out there. Thomas, 3.4 watts per kilogram. That is going to be a B category effort. So Dennis Westman takes another W, it looks like, out there for the C category. Continues the lead, I believe, in that category with 3.0 watts per kilogram. Mike Geidesen there as well from the Vikings. Looks like takes second. There will be Pika Cantio out there. So, with the women's side of things out on the SCR series, Jean Ockford takes the win in the B category ahead of Kate Howard coming out of Wales there in the UK. Looking through, and it looks like it's going to be Malin Cantio and Lotto Gran battling it out to the line still, I believe. Let's see if we can find that battle actually. If we do turn things around here, they should be coming to line pretty quickly here. If I can jump back in there, it would be cool to see that sprint, as I believe they are still battling it out on course. Catching that sprint would be absolutely awesome, but we've got probably well over a few thousand riders out on course right now, so it's going to be difficult to bring this back. We'll see if we can. And if we can, we will most definitely bring that sprint right back into your guys' and gals' view here as we look to find these riders out on course. But this is where everybody's logging in. For those of you who are unfamiliar, like, why are we clicking all over the place here? A lot of people, if you don't log in for an event, you log in out on Watopia. If you hit the flat course, Watopia forward, or the volcano course, this, I believe, for the volcano is the login spot. But as you can see, here comes a sprint to the line now. Let's see if we can find those riders. It does look like it's going to be Riblet Nice just ahead. Then it's going to be Asplund. It looks like Springfield. Cruikshank's here as well. Roxborough, Anderson, Hamre, Rydberg, Corpse, Bjork. I want to stay with these riders for the sprint, but we're specifically looking for Cantio and Grand as they make their way to the line. Zwack here now going to the line now, coming out of Germany, and it looks like 9.6 watts per kilogram coming from him. Will he be able to nip it? Nope, not going to happen there. A couple of riders just ahead of him. Where is Cantio and Grand, though? That is the question I'm looking for. The two Swedish flags, though. There's plenty of Swedish flags in the race here. Westman was just ahead of him, it looks like, though, by about a minute or so. So it looks like we are going to be able to find the battle here for second place. Third place. On third and fourth place on the day for the women. Here comes Cantio to the line. Gran right on her wheel here, as you can see, with a Vixen looking Mohawk, but no, riding for the SZ team, actually, as you can see. So Gran here on the wheels within this pack. Is she going to sort out where the competition is out here, at least for the women's category amongst them? It's Gran V. Cantio to the line. The first kick, though, here comes. It looks like it's going to be Ugbolt there coming. Then it will be Holst coming out of Denmark. Alstrom going to the line there as well. Deep Hoots is trying to make it happen. It looks like, though, out of Ireland. Up and out of the saddle, though, Alstrom kicking. Now Boots going there. Looks like it's going to be Holst, and it's going to be Greer, Ugbolt, and it's going to be Gleit, but we're going to stick with the riders just barely. And it looks like for this battle, we were unable to catch who came across the line there because of the riders all over the place. But we'll take a look and see who was able to grab it for Cantio and Gran there. As, man, there is a mass. Cool to see all the riders out on course, but lots of people logging in just at this moment here. So looking through here, and we are seeing lots of comments coming through here. Platara saying sprint from so far. Yeah, definitely sprinting from way out. They tend to ramp it up pretty early there, Platara, actually. So they do kick from fairly far out. It's kind of like a long drag race to the line, but that's kind of what it's like as well. for real life racing. I think that, you know, I guess 500 watts to hang on in a category sprint, you know, up front, the first kick a lot of times is going to be right around there to make sure you make that lead train, you know, 500-600. And then your next kick needs to be up into the 9 to 1400, depending on who you are, even higher into the, obviously the top pro categories there. But looking through here, 230 KISS at base, Z2 warm-up didn't help much. That's what I was wondering, Tom. I figured that you were doing some of those KISS training rides. If you haven't checked those out, they're really cool group rides that Tom runs. I believe he also does live streams of them with the KISS racing team. So they do a lot of group workouts out on Zwift, and Tom leads those with the live, I believe a live stream as well. Debsky saying, thanks for the great race. However it sounds, no problem. Chasing man GR in the beginning of the race. My quads are burning. Yeah, Debsky, I saw you off the back. You had 3 dropouts. Sorry for that, but gave you an amazing workout. It sounds like there, Debsky. We saw you in the underground fall off there and chase like mad before you even got to the reverse Watopia climb. So that's got to be quite the effort there. Hey, Nathan, Lindsay gave you a ride on? Nice. I wonder if that was actually me. I think that was probably me giving you a ride on actually through Lindsay's account, but I appreciate the comment there. Looking through here, a couple more comments there over at Twitch. Not seeing anything now. You guys are looking for a raffle? All right, let's see what we can make happen here. Let's see if we got, now I don't think the bot is connected. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy all these names, and let's see if this will copy as, see if we can copy these all in, and boom. Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank. If you're in the house, you win some Zwift stickers. Make sure to message me. I know who you are. Message me. We'll get you some Zwift stickers, and we will get them mailed directly to your house. You want to win some Zwift stickers? We'll try and do that more often. Head on over to the Twitch channel, though, and hit that follow button over on Twitch, and we'll try and do some more raffles like that just for fun. And to rigged, just to encourage the live streaming platform to be the place where people are hanging out for all of our broadcasts. Chicken dinner for Frank. Chicken dinner for Frank. What's up, Bass Salts? Good to see you here. Good to see you here. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. We'll be live with Workout Wednesday. Matt Rowe. It's going to be a good one today. Let's go ahead and chat a little bit about what they're doing today with Matt Rowe from Rowe and King for the group workout today. Also, be on the lookout for some Bike Radar live streams. We are going to be doing live streams with Bike Radar for some of their events. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's a whole Bike Radar challenge going on right now, and we're going to be live streaming some of that. Friday, we're going to do a group ride for our Zwift community chat with Ben Delaney from Bike Radar, and we'll be leading that here on ZCL. Just a group ride, nothing intense or anything. Then we'll be casting a race next Tuesday. I believe right after, excuse me, the CVR race. And then we will be doing a group workout next Wednesday, later in the evening for the North Americas. Unless you're a late nighter and you want to jump on the bike around midnight over in the UK or Europe, you can do so with us as well. But for today, on Workout Wednesday, looks like it is strength at threshold with Rowe and King. So the session aims to develop your strength and muscular endurance, riding at mix of low cadence, 65 RPM, more standard cadence, 90 RPM. Zone 4, 102% or so of your FTP, just over threshold for 4 minutes at a time. Sounds like a solid workout. Want to jump in with Matt Rowe for that live broadcast and workout. You can do so. It will be happening in just about 50 minutes from now on Zwift. You can join group workouts obviously through your Z amount or the app on your desktop, PC, or Apple device. So, all right, guys, we're out. Thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you for Workout Wednesday in 50 minutes. Well, you'll see Matt right here, and I'll be watching. Maybe I'll jump in on that. I was gonna actually ride the bike. I was gonna get at it in a minute here. Maybe I'll jump in with Workout Wednesday at let Matt push me around. Maybe I'll just play Hearthstone on the bike. All right. See you later, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Great job to all the racers out there. And as always, right on.